Let's talk about something truly mind-blowing. How does The Simpsons, a cartoon, manage to predict the future? It's not just a one-off event. There are dozens of moments in the show that seem like they came straight out of a crystal ball. Is it all just pure coincidence? Or is there something more mysterious at play? From groundbreaking technological advancements to major political events, this show has an uncanny ability to call the future. Let's dive deep into some of the most jaw-dropping predictions that The Simpsons got right and explore what makes these moments so incredible. Think about the prediction accuracy. It's astonishing. For example, in 2000, the episode Bar to the Future aired. In it, Lisa becomes the president of the United States and mentions inheriting a massive budget crisis from her predecessor, Donald Trump. Yes, Donald Trump, a full 16 years before he took office. What are the chances of that? Was it a random name drop? Or did the writers see something in Trump's rise in business and media that made them think he'd eventually end up in the Oval Office? This wasn't just a small detail. It was one of those moments that makes you wonder if they have access to a time machine. And let's rewind even further to 1995 with Lisa's wedding. In this episode, Lisa's fiancé shows off a smartwatch, something that felt like pure science fiction at the time. This was long before the rise of wearable tech. And yet, the episode perfectly captures the idea of making calls from a device on your wrist. Smartwatches like the Apple Watch didn't hit the market until nearly 20 years later, but the Simpsons writers somehow saw this coming. Was it just clever imagination, or did they have a unique ability to envision where technology was headed? Then there's the eerie Disney-Fox merger prediction from 1998. The episode shows a throwaway gag with the 20th Century Fox logo labeled as a division of Walt Disney Company. At the time, it seemed like satire, a humorous jab at the media industry. But nearly 2 decades later, Disney acquired 21st Century Fox for $71 billion, making the joke a reality. It wasn't just a lucky guess. It was an almost prophetic insight into the consolidation of the entertainment industry. And it gets weirder. In The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, also from 1998, Homer decides to become an inventor and writes a complicated equation on a chalkboard. Years later, scientists discovered the Higgs boson particle, sometimes called the God particle. Homer's equation? It closely resembles the actual formula used to describe the particle's mass. It's hard to wrap your head around the idea that a cartoon gag could align so closely with a groundbreaking scientific discovery. Pop culture wasn't safe from The Simpsons predictions either. In 2017, they parodied Game of Thrones with a scene showing a dragon burning an entire village. Just 2 years later, in the Game of Thrones series finale, Daenerys Targaryen's dragon destroyed King's Landing in a scene that felt like déjà vu for fans of both shows. Was this a coincidence, or did someone at HBO take inspiration from The Simpsons? The show has even ventured into sports predictions. In 2010, the episode Boy Meets Curl depicts the U.S. beating Sweden in Olympic curling. At the time, this seemed absurd, as the U.S. wasn't a curling powerhouse. Fast forward to 2018, and the U.S. men's curling team shocked the world by defeating Sweden to win their first ever gold medal. It's moments like these that make you wonder if the writers truly had a window into the future. Even everyday tech trends were predicted. Remember the autocorrect fails in Lisa on Ice? That episode aired in 1994, long before smartphones became a thing. And video chatting? Lisa's wedding showed characters talking via video calls way before Skype, Zoom, or FaceTime became household names. It's not just about predicting devices. It's about envisioning how people would use them in their daily lives. So, how does this happen? With over 700 episodes, maybe it's just a numbers game. Some storylines are bound to line up with real-world events. But the specificity of many of these predictions makes that hard to believe. Could it be that the writers are particularly skilled at analyzing trends and forecasting where they might lead? Or is there a deeper, more mysterious explanation? There's no shortage of fan theories. Some believe the writers have access to secret knowledge, or even time travel. Others think it's less about actual prediction and more about the cyclical nature of history, how human behavior and societal patterns often repeat themselves. Whatever the case, these moments spark curiosity and keep the audience hooked. So, what could The Simpsons predict next? Could it be humans colonizing Mars, sentient AI becoming our overlords, or a single global currency taking over the world economy? At this point, nothing seems off the table. What's certain is that The Simpsons isn't just a show. It's a phenomenon that has captured the absurdities of real life for decades. Whether these predictions are pure luck, brilliant writing, or something else entirely, they keep us intrigued and leave us questioning the boundaries of imagination and reality. What do you think? Are these moments simply coincidences, or is there something deeper at play? Drop your thoughts in the comments, along with your craziest prediction for the future. Who knows? Maybe your idea will be the next big thing The Simpsons gets right. Thank you for the watching video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel.